looks like the WBO is trying to head towards a mandatory with Joseph Parker. They're ordering a fight between Usyk and Joseph Parker right now, and I don't know how far this will get actually, because yeah, Joseph Parker was the winner of him and Dubois was supposed to fight Usyk next. So maybe they're trying to expedite this situation. I just heard 2 days ago that Daniel Dubois and Usyk was trying to put a fight together. Now they're talking about Joseph Parker and Usyk. So we don't know. It's a lot of things going on right now, but they're ordering him right now to face against Joseph Parker. And you know, they still doing these mandatories and everything else. But I don't know. I guess he's the number one contender for that belt in that situation. So that would actually help out a lot. But Joseph Parker, you know, does he need to wait until August to get this fight? Because Usyk said he wasn't going to come back until August, and now, but I think maybe they should see what's going to happen as far as the other situation with Daniel Dubois, because um Usyk, if he fights Daniel Dubois instead of Parker, then Parker will still be the odd man out, and if Parker fights the Usyk instead of Daniel Dubois, then Daniel Dubois will be the odd man out still. So I don't know. It could be a situation where if Parker will fight Usyk, then that could lead towards, let's just say Parker wins, then he'll have to fight Daniel Dubois, and Usyk will be out of it at that point. I don't know if he'll do a mandatory, a rematch, but you know, it's kind of weird right now the way they're moving things. As far as I know with Usyk, I know he only has 2 fights left. The dragging out process they've done over the last 2 or 3 years. He's fought what 3 times in the last 2 years. So he's kind of on the other side of things right now. He's like, I don't have, the best he had left in him was probably that last fight. Seemed like he was slowing down after a while in that last fight, even though he is still competitive. I don't know if he's in the best version of himself like he was years ago. I mean, at a certain point, even though he is the best right now, um, to just be taking a lot of time off in between fights at this age, it just doesn't help. It's gonna catch up with you eventually. And with him waiting this long to get into his next fight, it's gonna be pretty rough trying to get those things going, because it can be 9 months before he fights again. And I don't know why the older guys, the guys who should be most active right now, should be the older guys. The oldest guys in the groups should be most active, but they're having to wait 9 months to get back in the ring, and this many months, it's just too much after a while. But this will be a good fight, man, between Joseph Parker and Usyk, but I just don't see how this would go as far as the landscape of things right now. Is this basically admitting that, because I'm hearing right now that other things could happen between Daniel Dubois, like Anthony Joshua. So we'll see. But right now, the news we got is Joseph Parker and Usyk, having a mandatory. So that could be the next fight. From what I've seen, Parker doesn't have a lot more options. Usyk doesn't either. So it looks like it could happen. If Daniel Dubois takes that route with Anthony Joshua again, I'm hearing Joshua saying that he's ready for the Daniel Dubois situation after all. So I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a lot of things that's happening right now in the background, but since Piccoli's been taken out of the picture with the Joseph Parker fight that happened recently, it's not really too many names floating around as far outside the heavyweight division at this time right now. Cavalier is still slept on, even though he had a big victory. So we'll have to see. But right now they're leaning towards Joseph Parker and Usyk, and this is the mandatory they're trying to hand down, and let's see if it happens or if something else comes in between, because this things like this have happened before and changes have been made. So we'll see.